Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of Can I Complete? A Let's Play series where I find unique, classic, or unusual games and I try to finish them while showcasing what makes them special. Before we get started, a very special thank you to everyone who supports my creative endeavours by subscribing, liking, commenting, and simply for watching my content here, on Twitch, and also my nerdy podcast Lore Stories. Links to everything in the description. So let's find out. Can I complete From Dust?
Dandi sinikita hari siku ya pertama. Tidak kata mekumobu, tidak roh kaji ketahui, tidak roh nasi laki-laki. Tanpa kita terpisah, tak sendiri dan duniani. Pertama, kita harus belajar untuk lazima dunia. Sekarang kita ada dalam roh backup lazima dunia.
From Dust is a god game, where the player solves the puzzle of each level by manipulating the landscape in order to assist the people to the end of each map. Think Lemmings, but without being impossibly hard to master. The story follows a tribe of people who, faced with the end of the world, go in search of the knowledge of the Ancient Ones in an effort to reconnect to the spirit of the land in an attempt to bring harmony to the out-of-balance world.
Sebuah dunia yang baru di bawah ya kita. Orang zamani telah menubuh sebuah yang samanu. Kita bermain sherer kijiji.
At the start of each level, you'll need to secure a village at a totem. A village will produce an unlimited supply of additional villages, but it takes at least 5 villagers to capture a totem. If through some, say, act of God, most of your villagers die before you secure your first village, you'll lose the game. Also, if your last village gets destroyed, you'll lose the game. So, don't do that. Just, like and subscribe. To take the next totem, we need to make a land bridge to get there. Then, we need to either put dirt in or take water out. Take your pick. Once a totem is cleared, we smash the spacebar and our lemmings, villagers, will path their way over. If the path turns orange, that means they cannot cross, because something is blocking their way and they might attempt a different way round, or the only path they had changed while they were en route. And once each totem is full of village people, you can move to exit the stage.
Perjalama kami membawa kami, lakini namu dunkum ya berkutan. Gema maji masi bergatar duniani.
In an effort to be no one peoples in particular, the villages themselves are a mix of real-world cultures not specific to any region. Hence the mix of instruments you'll see them playing, and the language they speak is a mixture of Swahili and Malay. Apparently it's going to rain or something, so we need to retrieve the knowledge of water. I've watched The Last Airbender enough to see where this is going. What I do enjoy about this game is you are not just solving a puzzle in a way that says, put this here, but constantly resolving your solution against the environment. Making a land bridge is great, but running water keeps on running. If you try to dam a stream to get across it, you will eventually be washed away. It might just be easier to redirect the stream entirely. Come on, giant fish, giant fish, giant fish, giant fish! Oh, that's really bad. Well, that worked out. Okay, I guess. Washed away our land bridges, but we'll have them back quicker than you can say. It's on to the next totem, and we need to redirect the water for another crossing. We've 6 minutes until the next tsunami, and to be honest, I'm feeling pretty good about it. From here, we're clear to head towards the exit, once we drain it. It's a fun level mechanic where you need to empty the valley before the next tsunami comes along and fills it up again. Once one tribe has obtained knowledge, another villager will run that knowledge from one tribe to another so that both are protected. Great news for them. Less good news for the villagers who are away from home. And another level down, and another one to go.
Apakah kita akan segera melihat dahulu zamani? Atau gelombang raksasa yang menyapu semua? Sekitar sebagai sisa-sisa zamani. Di mateso tidak menelengkali, tapi itu menderita seragam bahari.
This level starts out with absolutely no nonsense. There's already a tsunami coming your way, and your village is protected by a huge wall. But the other village you want isn't protected by a huge wall. There is a volcano on the other side of this map too, if you somehow didn't notice. You can use the lava by picking that up and dropping it. Wherever you drop it, it makes rocks, which don't get washed away by the water. See what they did there? Just like in real life, there is knowledge, and then there is power. Where different knowledge will protect us from different things, power increase our abilities to manipulate the world. And we just unlocked our first power. Jellify water. Does exactly what it says on the box. This gives us time to get the knowledge of water back to our tribes. So you've probably noticed this green bar on the bottom left. Remember that the idea is the world was just about to end? As you go and start more tribes, plants spread from your village. Water might wash them away, but they grow back super quick. If you're in a really dry region, you'll need to throw a bit of water around to get the plants to spread. Once you get enough plants, animals start to come back too. If by animals you mean those giant insect monsters from Miyazaki's Valley of the Wind. Fill the bar the whole way, and the game says you filled the bar the whole way. Pat yourself on the back, you little gamer. So we fixed the wall and obtained knowledge of water. Along with Jellify, the tsunamis aren't a problem anymore. We also redirected the top stream, so getting to the final totem is much easier than the part the Red Sea stick the game wants us to do. We moved into the final totem, but our knowledge runner didn't turn up in time with the water bending, so they got washed away. And then all those plants we spoke about before caught fire, and everybody in that village died because lava slowly creeps forward. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But eventually we managed to convince a few hardy adventurers to climb an active volcano during a tsunami to see if they could find treasure at the other end.
Di Cebu begitu semasa berea. Namun dukutela bawa dahulu marah. Wenokana jadi mereka harus pergi. Jaguar adalah serpenti bahari minyak dikumpulkan.
What I do love is how this game introduces elements and the pacing of each level. Although the levels are always the same and progression is linear, given how player choices affect each level, you could sit two players side by side and by the end of each game have two very different looking maps. This level is a desert with nasty spiky trees that we cannot walk through. To destroy them, we drown them in water. We can find springs by digging, but if we uncover too many springs, we risk drowning ourselves and washing away our paths. Most maps also have a collectible bit of info that unlocks more lore back in the menus. It's a fun way to get more involved in the story and encourages the player to explore the map. With the water levels inevitably getting out of hand, it's time to use our next power. Evaporate. It helps clear up bodies of water. The devs didn't spend too many late nights coming up with ultra creative power names, and in fairness, I think they made the right call.
Di pula oni tani Roma Amerika. Bebera pa menang nafaa kusoma. Leputan laida iri maji. Kaulu zamani tela menantang kusoma. Kitaran bermula laji. Jikati dak tenang ro beraki.
Let me try and sum up this map as straightforward as possible. Fire trees. With enough of them, you can stop water flowing into your base and killing you. Water trees. They suck up water and will release it to put out fire coming into your base and killing you. Considering that villagers make plants and water spreads plants and fire burns down the plants that lead all the way back to your villages, the game gives us another ability. We can now move an inhabited village totem to a less dangerous place. We grab some lore stories, start moving to our new home, and spread some dirt to get that entirely pointless green bar filled. I guess we can enjoy the unlockable text to read once we complete the game. With people dying in floods while forest fires raged, to be honest, I was starting to wonder if this was an Australia simulator and was waiting for a giant spider. We did have the ability to put out fires on the map, which was a big help because the totem that gave us said power just so happened to be on fire. With water and fire now more or less under control, we made for the exit. Being careful not to dump too much earth into the water as to make a wave large enough to wash our own people away.
Mereka tidak melawa. Para zamani berkapa apa? Dame ya baraisha. Para zamani
Alrighty,
berkata apa?
a bunch of water trees, a bunch of fire trees, not much else going on. I'm sure this will be just like last time. Yeah, or maybe we're all gonna die. Yeah, so we're literally just bailing out the island so it doesn't fill with water. Crack hot gameplay here, everyone. Get your tickets. We did get a new power though. Amplify the breath. It allows us to hold a little bit more stuff. Cool. With the island freaking out every few minutes, I aimed for the Jellify water power. So should a big wave come our way, we can stop it in its tracks and either remove it entirely or at least get out of its way. We also gained the ability to move explosive trees around. Move fire near them and they explode, demolishing any previously unmovable rock from underneath. With water bending under our control, we nudged a fire tree to try and clear up the last Ebit totem. The tribes carried on playing the song of their people. The ground kept on moving, and we blew a few holes into the side of a mountain. If you check your family tree, you'll find that Bob is in fact your uncle.
Sebelumnya pun dia bank bahari dan zamani tojeja Amerika dalam liputan. Setelah Amerika pergi, babi ngajak lagi bahari.
So let's see. We're on an island. We have a village already. And there are other totems underwater and the tide is going out. Not much dirt around to build new islands. Our obvious step one is to try and get to the knowledge of water. And once we get all this water out, we should be good to get across. Although, if I double check my workings out, it says here we should be good to get washed away and die. At least as the tide went out for the second time, we got our water knowledge home safe and sound. Feeling a little stuck, which is actually awesome for a game that uses repeating puzzle mechanics, I lent on what I did have available. Amplify Breath. If we go hard with this, we can actually move a fair amount of stuff in short order. And let's see if we can clear the next totem before the tide comes back. No, I can't. The reason the villagers aren't heading towards the totem is because there's something near the totem, e.g. water, that won't let them build there, and I can't find it. Maybe I can get to another totem before the ocean returns. Nope, I can't do that either. Maybe we just sit tight for the next round. Okay, let's instead see if we can head to the Jellyfly water totem. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, great. That should... Wait. What is this? Oh, good. 4 of the 5 people made it. Someone was too busy doing something really important to bother turning up on time for the salvation of his people. This is why gods let bad things happen. This is why every time someone plays The Sims, they delete the ladder out of the pool. Right, well, eventually, a very busy and important villager made it to the totem, and we have another, soon-to-be waterproof, village. We're going to see if we can hold back the water long enough to get the infinite earth totem, because that would make things a lot easier. Nope, not today. Man, I'm still so mad at that villager. We try a few more times to no avail. So instead, we start making moves for the Engulf All totem. We move our starting home to the top of a nearby hill to see if that makes pathing for our villagers any easier. It doesn't, and now we know that. We finally get the Engulf All totem, which is actually pretty sick. You're essentially just waving around a discriminatory black hole. And if you use Amplify Breath at the same time, you can absorb stuff even faster. Particularly good if you have an ocean to drain and a very limited amount of time to do it. We get our grubby little mitts on Infinite Earth, which works as advertised. Make a new island for the way out, and hop on over to a new challenge. Accidentally forgetting to tell that one villager where we were all going.
Para zamani minetrap di kushoma. Tugu nu kimbali ak. Apa yang anda tidak boleh jinak.
Okay. Tears of stone, tears of stone. Lava, fire, volcanoes. Nice. Got it. First up, let's grab the Breath of Fire. Fun fact, this stops your village burning down or getting flooded with lava. But, as the lava cools, it turns to stone, so you can get yourself in a bit of a pickle when your perfectly fire-retardant village finds itself completely cut off in its own little valley of stone. We pick up the put-out fire totem and start trying to redirect the lava flow so that we can make it to the far side of the map and the currently ironic protection from water knowledge. Remember kids, when in doubt, blow up a dam and work it out. The water puts out the lava, the volcano calms down for a bit, we move house a bit closer, and we start draining the lake to get to the next totem. Then the volcano warms up a bit, so we point it in a different direction. Move into the Jellyfy Water Village. And grab the water bending while we're at it. So far, so good. But just as we pick up Engulf All, the red stuff turns off and water starts pouring from the ground. It's geology in motion, everybody. Geology in motion. We march on through all the fresh new greenery and cross another level off our list.
Disi yao duniani dan kedoa bahagi aku pasu. Tano sama mereka di masini. Adakah untuk kepada bahawa tidak ada kuliko dari?
Cool. Lava on one half, water on the other. And a volcano. Oh good, and floods. Yeah, this tracks. You know, someone bought this game thinking it would be a sandcastle sim. Just saying. Okay, so we're going to move in and grab firebending straight up. Yeah, that was a good call on my part because now our homes are getting flooded. Well, so far so good because now we're homeless. And remember that if we have fewer than 5 villagers, it's game over. This little pool here is fun because the lava and the water cancel each other out. The water evaporates as it cools the lava, which eliminates the threat. But as the lava cools, it forms stone, and the level of the pool, be it lava or water, rises closer to our village. Great, so we have both of the immediately downhill villages up and running with fire protection, and I'm feeling much better about the slow march of the lava Necrons. Next to get up that hill and take the infinite earth totem, and then we can really start moving. Yeah, cool, so ignore everything I just said, as the infinite earth village just burnt down. So I'm going to try and put out the lava without washing everyone away. Good, yeah, that didn't really help at all. Look, if you were channel surfing and just tuned in, things are getting worse before they get better. As the cycle of lava gives way to a cycle of flooding, we seize our opportunity to take the water magic and reinforce our homes against the barefaced power of nature. When you first take over a totem, you still need to wait for the knowledge you have unlocked to be run over by a tribesperson. This would be so much easier if we ever unlocked the knowledge of the fax machine. This brings us to our next question. Did we move into this village just in time to watch it burn down or get washed away? Place your bets. Being honest, I'm surprised we got away with that one. Well, at least now we can move on to the exit, wherever that is. Oh good. Well, I'm glad I spent all that effort blocking up most of the ways the water could possibly get out of that area. Let's see what we can do. When the flooding symbol goes away from the top of the screen, the waterfalls get turned off. All we need to do is make a bridge and maybe bump up the island a little bit before it gets washed away. This should be fine. Oh hey, that was fine.
Duniani jadininya kita setelah berjalama. Tidak berdiri di sana. Sebuah tetapi kebalangkili adalah
New island, new problems. Not much land, not much room to build. Let's drop some lava and hope for the best. Well, there's plenty of soil coming out of the volcano. We take the first village and move on to the second, and we'll try and grab firebending at the same time. With waterbending well in hand, this tsunami is more of an inconvenience than an actual problem, so we'll just sit quietly and wait it out. Somehow, the guy getting the fire knowledge got stuck. You had one job, fire knowledge guy. One job. And with the tribes making all the water music, because apparently living by the seaside was too much of an ocean view for them, they pushed all the water around in a big circle and washed away the bridge for Fire Guy to get home. So he's gonna have to swim. Sorry, Fire Guy. We did, however, manage to get fire and water bending to both villages and finally get started on claiming the third location of the map. You know, eventually. Okay, got the final village, fire and water protection, sprinkled around a lot of dirt to get the tree bonus, and we're on our way to the next level.
nafa menele ya bermasalah di sepia ya kila sisi. Kita arau wasi menijaka juu mereka.
Yep, we're inside the crater of a huge volcano and it's raining. So just sit back and relax because I'm sure everyone is going to be okay. Oh, yep, we finished the level and everyone was okay. Look how easy that was.
Dan di sini kita berada di hari terakhir. Tapi di mana duniani dah zamani? Tanpa si kuya, kita tidak akan lama. Dahulu zamani menikah musidafa. Terserah duniani tanah yang kita kusekana.
And here it is, the final level of From Dust. It's really a love letter to the game engine. You place your own totems and unlock the power of earth, fire, water, and grass. It's an absolute pleasure to mess around with, and my only wish was that they made some levels challenging enough that you needed these powers to complete them. If you're into that sort of thing, you can read the lore that you've collected throughout the game, and a few of the unlocks all from the main menu. There's also challenge maps that unlock as you progress through the game. I'm Abacus Cadabricus, playing From Dust on Can I Complete. Thanks for coming on this special journey with me, and I'll see you in the next one.